Welcome along to this week's edition of The Lowdown with me, Rebecca Lowe. I've got Tim Howard and Robbie Earle to serve me questions. There are 6 apparently. I get 30 seconds, although I never, ever, ever hit 30 seconds. You think as a television host, I always go through that whistle. And you're going to alternate, so you're going to go first.
I am going to start first. James Ward-Prowse got 2 stunning free kicks this weekend for Southampton. Is he the most dangerous free kick taker in the Premier League?
Without a doubt. I mean, can you give me another? I mean, Trent's really good for Liverpool, brilliant, but there's something about James Ward-Prowse, and I said to Tim actually when the game was going on that he reminds me of David Beckham, not so much actually in his manner in which he takes a free kick, because Beckham's style was so unique. But in the it's a free kick, it's going to be a goal, 1-0. You don't even have to almost watch it. I used to watch David Beckham play for England and Man United, but especially for England. And I just used to remember whenever there was a free kick given, you were just like, well, that's going to be a goal. And I feel the very same about James Ward-Prowse, far and away.
Ward-Prowse and Beckham.
Yeah, similar.
Similar.
Yeah. One of the headlines today was Jordan Pickford. How does the Everton goalkeeping situation end?
Gosh, well, I have to take my cue from both of you. You especially, Tim, because A, obviously a former keeper, but you know Everton, the club. It's ending with Jordan Pickford not being the #1, but I feel like it might be a long story. I don't think this is a kind of he's going to play against Man United next week, or wait until the next mistake and then he's out. I think this might be a very drawn-out, quite miserable situation over the course of the season, which I don't think it needs to be. I think it could be sorted out quickly. And Ancelotti has the experience. I'm sure he doesn't particularly care. He knows what he wants. I think he should just do it. But I just think there's something about an English goalkeeper and English players that commands so many headlines. It makes decisions harder for managers to make. But I do think in the end he'll be...
I'm going to go to Old Trafford. 2 Big Six teams went head-to-head. Arsenal came out 1-0 ahead. Of the 2 teams that played, which one's got the better chance for top 4 finish?
Ooh, this is a horrible question.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I mean, I'd say Arsenal. I know they won today. You see, I'd say Arsenal based on the fact they won today, because if they had drawn, I probably would say Manchester United, because I just look at their forward line, but then Arsenal's forward line...
Aubameyang scoring.
I think it's done. It's going to come down to the managers, and I believe more in Mikel Arteta than I do in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And, you know, I mean, I get hammered about what I say on the lowdown, to be honest, but I'll get hammered for that. But I just think what he did today and what he has done before tactically, not every game, because it is a process, as Aubameyang said. I just have more faith. I think he knows more what he's doing. Is that fair?
Well, since we're on the topic of table, let's stay on it, but go to the bottom end. Most likely candidate for relegation, Sheffield United or Burnley?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I have Burnley in my 3 going down, and I'm gonna add Sheffield United in there. I think I'm gonna say Oh, it's so difficult. I'm going to say Burnley, because I went with them at the beginning of the season. I see 0 chance at the moment of them getting any points anytime soon. They'll probably win next week.
New ownership might come in.
New ownership might come in, but doesn't always mean success. You've got to buy well. Sean Dyche doesn't have a huge experience in buying big name, big money players, does he? Because he's never had the money to do it. So I'm sticking with Burnley. I think Sheffield United will stay up by the skin of their teeth. I don't think they're very good.
I'm going to go to the other end, top of the table. Who are your current favourites? Now, I know you've flip-flopped all over, so I'm giving you another chance to put on record. Who are your favourite team to finish top of the Premier League?
Top of the Premier League?
Yeah.
Who's going to win the league?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, on the very first lowdown of the season, when I said that Liverpool weren't going to win the league, people still message me to this day saying, can't believe it, look at the top of the league, I still can't believe what you said on the lowdown in, like, August. Liverpool. I think I have to go. I mean, I want to stick with Chelsea, because that was my first thought, and that's why I went with all those. You know, you shouldn't change your mind. And they had a good win, and they could just be clicking. So maybe I should stick with Chelsea. I'm going to stick with Chelsea.
Good for you.
Because I know I'm all over the place, Tim Howard. But if I go with Liverpool, I just feel like I'm changing my mind every week, and I just don't do that, Robbie Earle. Yes, Tim Howard. Final question.
It's more of a tweet. It's more of a tweet, Rebecca Lowe. And we want you to look at this tweet, because it came from one of our friends that said, this is what working with Rebecca Lowe for 8 years does to you. Haggard, hashtag overworked, hashtag myPL9.
You know what? That's revenge.
Discuss that pumpkin for a moment in terms of what he does. I mean, marks out of 10 for the pumpkin.
Well, I mean, the person who engraved the pumpkins, carved the pumpkins of you and Tim and myself, I thought was very accurate. Robbie Mustoe less so. A lot of jowls, as I said on air, and I think Robbie heard that. Yeah, age. A lot of very furrowed brow, very receding hairline. And I think Robbie heard that. In fact, I know he did, because he put this out on Twitter, which I saw. I sent him a text message on our little group WhatsApp last night, and I said, "You cheeky chap." That's
something like that.
And he wrote back saying, "Is it going to make the air? Is my tweet going to make the air?" And it didn't make the air on our show, but it made the lowdown. Well done, Robbie Mustoe. Thank you very much for watching this week. See you next week.
Bye.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe. Make sure you subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and always join us every weekend at 7 a.m. on NBCSN for Premier League mornings. Plus, make sure you subscribe to Peacock Premium as well, where you can watch exclusively live 175 games and same-day on-demand replays of all 380 Premier League matches as well.